Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Dark Messenger, a Vampire Assassin playthrough of Skyrim. Guy's got some distance on him. Let's make up a little bit of range here. Very good. Okay, so where are we? We are in this place called the Glacial Crevice, or if you prefer, Crevalles. There's another one. I should have quite a few arrows to pick up over here. I did a lot of missing there at the beginning. I think I was a little bit too far out. I'm going to put one up here just to see if I can light anything up. Yeah, I did. So we have enemies up above us. We're going to have to be careful of that. So what have we done so far? Well, my friends, it has been a long, long journey. We started out in Darkfall Cave. We progressed to Darkfall Passage. We have hit a whole plethora of way shrines. We entered the Forgotten Vale. We did 2 sessions in the Forgotten Vale. And now that brings us here. And where is here, you might ask? This is called the Glacial Crevice. I'm not exactly sure what to expect here, but judging from what we found just inside the front door, I'm guessing a lot of Falmer. And maybe some other surprises. Okay, we lit them up. We can see them. See if we can make this shot. Oh. There's one. There's another one up there to the right. I don't know if he's going to come down. So, I welcome you back. We are very close, I believe, anyway, to the end of this Touching the Sky questline. Inhale. Exhale. Oh! Oh, man. I don't know if I got him in the brain pan. I couldn't tell. It was a bad angle there, but we'll go take a look. This looks treacherous. Anyway, if you've been sticking it out with the Dark Messenger on this journey, I surely do appreciate it. There is no doubt that we are being forced to work for this bow, so I'm hoping that it's worth it. I have, however, done my research, and my research has led me to believe that it will be worth it, so. Alright. Maybe there's a chest in here or something. Oh, here we go. We'll take gold. I'm going to do a little switching up here. I mean, this seems like a fairly well-lit area. I'm going to default probably to my Vampire Sight and Unrelenting Force, and probably maybe I'll go to the Aura Whisper as an alternate, as opposed to being my go-to. We'll see. There's a lot of high spaces here, but generally it's pretty well lit from the outside through this ice. So in the high spaces like this, where there's opportunity, I like to equip Unrelenting Force. It can do a lot of good in these places where you've got long drops. So what is it about... Oh, trap. We're going to activate it with a bow here. We might even get our arrow back. And we do. What is it about Auriel's bow that is appealing to me? Well, we probably discussed it before. The low fire rate. Fire rate is something that's extraordinarily confusing in this game. Come on now. Well, there's a Chaurus hanging off the edge there. He's gonna fall, there's no way. Oh, for crying out loud. I took a few more arrows than I was hoping. So, fire rate. What does fire rate mean exactly? Well, it's confusing. If you go out and look on the wiki, you can find a table, for example, that will show you a comparison of the fire rate of every single bow in the game, whether it's one you craft yourself or it's a unique weapon such as Auriel's bow or Zephyr. And it's difficult for me to understand exactly how to interpret that. My understanding is, well, here's a couple guys, is that it breaks down into knocking the arrow, drawing the arrow, and firing. Let's see what these guys do, what their pattern is before I commit. It's just the two of them. Through the doorway. Excellent. Now we've got the attention of the other one here. Well, let's drop out of sight for a minute. My understanding is that the speed pertains to the time that it takes for you to actually pull the bow from the quiver and put it to the string. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really know. All I know is that... Hey, see ya. It's noisy, but it's fun. Anybody else? So, given my confusion around what bow fire rate really is, generally what I have done is tried to just keep bows for comparison. So when I get a new bow, I just pick the thing up, I go somewhere where I've got a target or something to fire at, and I just use it for a little while, and then I go back to my old bow or whatever, and I do a comparison to try to get an idea of what feels like it's got a faster fire rate to me. Sometimes it's pretty obvious and you can tell. Some of them are close enough that it's really hard to differentiate, but usually there's some other factor that'll help you make the decision, like range, for example. When that arc stops or when that arrow starts to drop. Ooh, that was close. I didn't see that tripwire. At some point, I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to present you what I hope will be my definitive guide to bow speed. But I'm thinking in order for me to pull that off, I'm going to need to do a lot of research and maybe partner with someone else online who's done their fair of research on the topic too. Oh. It's probably going to wake up somebody in the lower levels. But if anybody's got any ideas to contribute to that, let me know. When I go on the wiki and I take a look at it, what I'm seeing is a table that shows an elven bow with a fire rate of 0.69. And Auriel's bow and Zephyr and the longbow, for example, showing a fire rate of 1.0. To me, that's confusing. I don't understand what those numbers pertain to. What I do know is that bow speed is broken down into those three component parts. I just don't know what that fire rate pertains to. all 3 of those together, or a portion. Gotcha. Anyway, viewers, feel free to chime in the comments, and we will sort it out together. What I do know is that overall, Auriel's bow is supposed to be faster, and that is not the only draw for me, the fact that it's faster. It has some interesting magical properties. It can actually cause some burning damage, and will take a regular arrow and imbue it with something akin to fire damage. It's actually, I believe it's technically called sunlight damage, but it acts as fire damage. And then with the right kinds of arrows, sun-hallowed arrows, for example, you can get some pretty spectacular effects. Explosions on impact and triple damage to undead. It also has the effect of kind of raining fire down from the sky if you shoot it at the sun using sun-hallowed arrows, which is interesting. It reminds me of something similar to the Call Lightning shout, where you can call lightning and the sky goes dark and lightning bolts start peppering your enemies all over the place. A similar kind of thing. There's also the blood-cursed arrows, which you can make, which can be useful if you're a vampire like me. It allows you to create a situation where you don't suffer from some of the negative effects of being a vampire during the day. Well, these Falmer don't stand a chance, do they? That's the beauty of high sneak. I think I'm at a point where I can make better poisons, or more effective poisons, than 65 damage, but it's a good one. We'll keep it. Alright. There was a passage up here that I missed. Here we go. I think down at the bottom I could have gone into the water and all that business, but those of you who followed my episodes previous to this know that one of my issues is I do not like taking my character in the water. I avoid it when I can. Not sure why that is. Psychological thing, I guess. It's weird. There's a lot of weird things I do in game just for the sake of role-playing or whatever, but that's one of them. When I can, I like to find a way to hop along the ice or find rocks to cross the stream or whatever. If I have to swim, I'll swim, but I tend to go out of my way to avoid it. It is awfully quiet. Well, this place just keeps going. Seems like I've been getting back a very large percentage of my arrows. I would venture a guess to say 75 or 80% of my arrows I've been able to recover. Okay, this guy's going to pop out of this hole. Here he comes. Make him wish he had it. Surprise. Alright. Ugh. may have to take a couple of these Falmer helmets while I'm here. I actually save them and I bring them home and use them for alchemy. I think most everybody is familiar now with the fact that there are certain... Here's another one. There are certain bits of headgear that you can wear in conjunction with a circlet. I think one may be a leather helmet, possibly. All I've ever really used is Falmer helmets, but you know, you get a Falmer helmet and you enchant it for Fortify Alchemy, and you do that for a circlet. There we go. Put them on the bridge. Use our misdirection. We draw them out on the bridge. And we make them pay. See ya. So what that ends up doing, though, is allowing you to get 2 pieces of gear on your head with Fortify Alchemy. You take that along with your gloves and a ring and a necklace. That gives you 5 items that you can apply toward alchemy bonuses, as opposed to the traditional 4 that you might get with smithing and so forth. That can be a significant bump in power to your poisons and potions and stuff like that. So, food for thought. Next time you see a Falmer helmet, grab it. Keep a couple in a wardrobe in your house. Use them for alchemy gear. Oh, we finally hit the end here. Well, back to Forgotten Vale. Well, that was interesting. I actually enjoyed that quite a bit. That right there is actually a closer look at the... I forget what it's called. It's vampire... something vampire lord armor or something like that. It's kind of cool looking. What do we got here? This looks potentially dangerous. Narrow. Let's see if we can scare up our enemies here. Okay, there's a few down there. It's a good ambush area, so let's put something down there and see what kind of reaction we get. Very nice. Any more? Yeah, I can't believe that's all that's down there. It's a trap. Yeah. Activate that from range. That's one less tripwire to worry about. Put one down there. There's got to be something going on down there. There we go. Oh, look at them all. Oh, this could be kind of tough. Come on. Oh, he's going to go back down there now. Yeah, I think we need to get closer in. Alright, here's our disabled trap. Trying to draw them out, but they seem stubborn. This is actually a beautiful spot. This little gorge, bright, sunny. I'm happy for the Falmer. They seem to have found a nice place to live. I just wish they weren't so darn creepy. And now I'm going to go through here and kind of devastate their entire community. But, you know, we need that bow. And we are not above committing atrocities to get it. There's still quite a few more. Comes some more. Another one down. Go back. It's not listening. Oh, shoot. Those first two, those were pretty good. That last one was sloppy. Look at that, somebody's on to me. I'm not able to get my hide status back here. No matter, we are going to march straight back into the jaws of death. We'll just do it in a semi-prepared way. Bow drawn, ready to fire. Moving forward, checking around the corners. Here. One to draw out, one to kill. Done. She was playing possum, I think. I'm actually really glad we spotted her and took her out when we did. The mages make me nervous. So, getting a little loot. What I'd really like are some black soul gems. Every once in a while the Falmer have them, but not too often. I can use all this stuff. Here you can see my potion equipment. There's my Falmer helmet, my circlet. What I basically do is I go through sets of equipment. So at some point I will take an enchanting potion, I'll go to the enchanting table, and I'll make 5 pieces of equally powerful alchemy equipment. To keep it simple in my inventory, I label each one of them potion. Right? So I can separate them from my other gear. And then once I have crafted those, I will put those on. I'll discard my old alchemy gear. I'll create for myself some potions to fortify enchanting with, of course, a better bonus now. And then I create a set of 4 pieces of smithing gear, and I will label those each smith. Put those in my inventory so I can easily separate those. And then I'll go and smith whatever I need to. And so then I generally keep those, 5, 7... Yeah, I generally keep those 9 bits of gear on me all the time, labeled smith and potion. And then at some point, as I go up levels in enchanting and alchemy and all that business, I'll repeat the cycle. And the second time through, I will generally call them Smith 2 or Potion 2, indicating it's my second full set of gear. And then I stow the old gear back in my house. Here's some good stuff. So I just do that periodically. So every so often when I feel like I've gone up enough levels, or I've acquired another perk that might help, or something like that, I'll create a new set. And I just kind of rotate them in and out. And the alchemy gear and the smithing gear is part of my standard loadout. In other words, I always carry them with me so that I can use them anytime to create potions or enchanted gear or upgrade weapons to their fullest effect. In addition to that, as part of my standard loadout, I always carry a pickaxe and I always carry a woodcutter's axe so that I can mine ore and I can manufacture arrows. And I will do that anytime I can. What I've done since starting the Dragonborn DLC is discarded my standard pickaxe, and I carry one of the ancient Nordic pickaxes now. That gives me the ability to do all the same things the old pickaxe could, but now I can mine Stalrim as well. Okay, where's this guy going? Can we time this? Maybe not. He stopped long enough. Let's pull back into the darkness. Like any sniper, we don't shoot from the windowsill or the door frame. We pull back into the room and shoot through the opening. Okay, here he comes. Helps conceal our location a little bit. Let's draw him back up the ramp. I don't want him to get close. This guy looks like he's got armor on. Let's try to get him back up the ramp. Come on. Back up. Oh, man. Oh, he's tenacious. I kind of screwed the pooch on that, though, because I took a shot too quick and drew him closer. Luckily, we've got one arrow in him, so there we go. At that point, I knew I could take him with one arrow, so we just let him come in close enough to make sure we don't miss. These guys, these warmongers with all the armor and stuff, freak me out a little bit. They seem pretty well armored, so if I get into hand-to-hand combat with them, I am dead meat, for sure. To be honest, I'm kind of losing track of where I am here. I think I'm going deeper into the gorge, but I've gotten a little turned around with all these walkways. I may have to get back down to the ground here shortly and just make sure I know what direction I'm headed. What is this? Nothing. Considering I'm playing on master level, I'm a bit surprised there aren't more Falmer crawling around here. What's that? There's something back there. Did I miss someone? I don't want to leave anyone out. They must be down inside somewhere. Alright. Oh. It's hunters. They're inside those pods. We're going to leave them alone. That's what it was lighting up. It was lighting up the hunters inside those pods. Okay. Those are lightweight. We can keep those. I do have a passing interest in illusion anyway, so maybe they'll come in handy later. And this book. I seem to remember the last one we found kicked off a little quest, a side quest, so we'll keep all of those. Have you ever wondered why it says harvest bird nest when in fact you're harvesting the egg and not the nest? Interesting question. Probably not patch-worthy, however. Is that it? I thought I saw like an opening down below, like there was a chute. could drop down. I thought maybe there was a trap door or something. Oh, here. I bet you this is it. Is this it? I guess. Looks like a shooting platform. There's really nobody here. Pretty much have to do this in first person. Oh crap. I should have thought that through. Okay, well, I got an out here, so I think we're okay. Alright, that was a little bit mental. I guess I was assuming there was some giant claw around the corner and it was going to come flying out, but wasn't the case. Look at that. A prelate. This is the last way shrine. That's what this is. Not liking these walkways. I don't see any enemies, however. So, let's do this.
The way shrine of radiance, Initiate.
I did. We did.
Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Auriel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment?
I want to fill my hand with his bow.
May the blessings of Auriel protect you as you climb the road to the inner sanctum and final enlightenment.
Excellent. All right.
May Auriel's radiance fill your heart with joy.
Let's fill her up. 5 of 5. All right. We are on the road now. Look at that. That must be the inner sanctum. So let's go see if we can figure out what to do with this water we've collected in the ewer to this point. I'm hoping it's obvious. That must be Auriel, right? Wow, this place is cool. It's sort of deserted and sad, but it's cool looking. The architecture is pretty neat. Alright, let's go up here. I don't see anything down there. And here we go. Well, viewers, thank you for sitting through another episode of The Dark Messenger. I appreciate your viewership immensely. And I have a feeling that in our next episode we will be going after the bow, and there may be even a boss battle involved. A boss battle in which I hope to survive. Until next time, thank you. Thank you for watching another episode in the Dark Messenger series. Please feel free to rate, like, and subscribe. It helps me a lot. You can follow the story at CouchWarrior.tv or on Twitter at CouchWarriorTV. Thank you.